go. And we're live. We're literally back at it again. I'm so sorry for all the delays. Today's going to have to be a quick video. I've literally just been in and out, just super busy, a lot going on, but I cannot let you guys down. I have to keep you up to date in this market because things are just going crazy. Everyone is calling for a bear market. I do not think that's the case. I still may be a delusional bullish maniac, but I do feel like this is a bigger, not big, but bigger shakeout that is literally just going to take everyone out. And then all of a sudden, we're just going to head to the upside. Trump is going to come out with a stimulus. Quantitative easing is coming. They're going to start printing a lot more money. A lot's going to go on in the economy, and it's just going to cause everything to just skyrocket. Now, we have seen stocks come down a little bit as well as crypto. Crypto's actually been a lot worse than stocks, which actually sucks because we would like to see them work in unison, but there is a benefit to that. And that's the concept of decoupling. So now the stock market is not dependent on crypto and vice versa. Crypto does not depend on stocks. So they don't move together. Now they're officially moving separate. Which in this case right now, if you are a crypto head just like me, that is not a good thing because crypto's been down and stocks have been up only, literally vertical. I know that's terrible. I know we don't like to hear that, but let me know how you feel in the comment section. Come on, Compass Cartel. Just blow up that comment section, blow up this chat. Tell me how you feel about the current state of the market. And I'm here to answer all your questions on this live stream. And like I said, I'm trying to stream a lot more often. So if you want to support me, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to keep coming at you. But without further ado, let's just hop into some of these charts. Let me pull up these charts and just show you exactly what we're looking at, right? Because I can talk about it all day, but it's better to look at visuals, look at the actual technicals, and see what's going on in these charts. So ignore this Black Friday deal, right? So we're just looking here, TradingView, right? We're looking on TradingView. I'm just looking at these charts. Let's start with the top three, as I always do: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. Nothing changed. Nothing ever will change because those are the top three. Those are the fundamentals. Bitcoin being digital gold, Ethereum being a network built on smart contracts, and Chainlink being an oracle to bring off-chain data on-chain. Now, looking at all that, right? Bitcoin sitting at $87,000, right? That's not crazy. I mean, Bitcoin under 100, everyone's full panic mode, but take a step back. Let's take a step back. Let's look at this. Bitcoin is still $87,000. That's huge. This is not in any ways a full-on bear market. If we were a full-on bear, maybe this would be lower and be like 30, 40,000, or maybe it'll just slowly turn down. But as you can see, a lot of these dips are kind of being bought. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, okay, maybe we can't go lower or it's going to get worse. Literally my last video when we were still above 100, I publicly said that we could come down and test this liquidity. And what did we do? Exactly that. We literally came down to wick down to 80K. And I literally told you that live stream last video. So if you want to just stay in with this knowledge and to what I'm telling you, literally all you have to do is tune in. Just tune into this video and I'm going to give you all the alpha that you need to know. But right now, Bitcoin does not look half bad, right? I do feel like we'll head into the end of the year Santa rally, end of the year rally, whatever you want to call it. I still feel like that is in the cards. And if that's the case, why not just buy some crypto before the end of the year or before January? Like Q1 2026 could end up being a good selling point, very bullish. Then again, I'm more long-term bull. I'm thinking 5-10 years down the line, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million, Ethereum's going to be 100,000, and Chainlink's going to be 1,000, and it's going to be beautiful. This video is going to be like, oh my God, look at this guy who's talking about crypto 5 years ago, and all of a sudden it's everywhere. People are using it. It's adopted by more countries, governments, states, politicians, president, whatever you want to say. It's going to be used by everyone. It's literally such a fundamental technology. That's what the blockchain is. So it's better not to avoid it, in my opinion, and rather just kind of go with the wave. How I see these dips, and this is me just being in the market for almost what six years now, since 2019, right? So for me being in the market a long time, I see every dip as a buying opportunity. So everyone's gonna panic sell. Me, I'm gonna panic buy. Not financial advice. I'm never giving that out, but I'm just gonna say that's how I feel about this market right now. So 87,000 Bitcoin. Ethereum's below 3K, sitting at 2,948. It literally dipped down to 2,600, right? That's super cheap. Link, same thing. We're sitting at $13, insanely cheap. We went down to 1165, right? Like these are very low prices in the grand scheme of it all. So why not accumulate? Why not think long term? Why not think for your future? Think for your future family, your kids, whatever you have planned for the future, plan it now. Set up that retirement fund. Just buy some crypto or buy some stocks, right? I'm just saying just try to have some exposure in the market because you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm just going to work a 9 to 5, collect a paycheck and that's the best way to make money." I I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, if that's your hustle, that's not what you should do," but that is not the best way to go. You need to let your money build upon itself. You need to let it grow exponentially, and then as you start seeing these gains, it just keeps compounding, and that's the growth of financial markets, right? Not just stocks and not just crypto. You have commodities like gold, which I know you've all seen go absolutely crazy. So keep all that in mind. Keep every single one of this in mind as we're running through this because it's super important. And now, just to get into some news or some news that we're kind of looking at, actually, more specifically with MicroStrategy. So, in my past video, you saw Michael Saylor came out. He posted a big picture of him jumping off the ship, holding a raft, and it looked like the ship was going down. He was calling a bear market. It was a bunch of FUD because he cleared it up and he said that's not at all what's happening. So yeah, we're gonna believe it for now, right? We can take that with a grain of salt. But what I want to highlight is more of the fact that MicroStrategy, the actual coin, is getting shorted. So they're actually shorting MicroStrategy, which is insanely crazy. So the fact that they're shorting it down, right? I want to show you this tweet right here because this is actually super big. So they're shorting MicroStrategy. It could be a major short squeeze, very similar to what you'd see GameStop right in the past. If you kept up with stocks Beyond Meat, BYND is the ticker that did the same exact thing this year. Now we're seeing it with MicroStrategy. Could be a short squeeze as well too. Again, not financial advice. I'm just kind of pointing out what's going on. So JP Morgan specifically is shorting MicroStrategy, and they have a huge short position, so large that a 50% pump above Friday's closing price could cause existential problems for the bank. Sorry, I can't speak, but big problems for the bank. Huge problems if it just pumps 50%. Have you seen MicroStrategy before? Do you understand what has happened in the past and how it's tied to Bitcoin? And whether that be good or not, Michael Saylor is a big part of Bitcoin. So if the stock pumps, I feel like Bitcoin is going to pump too. And I feel like that's going to propel the whole crypto market up. It's going to be good for everything. But at the same time, Bitcoin accounts are reporting that more and more customers are allegedly closing their JP Morgan accounts after rumors of a targeted attack. So it just seems like, again, it's the big banks, the institutions against the people, very similar, setting up like a GameStop moment, right? So you can see right here, GameStop 2.0 vibes, markets smelling blood, everyone's panicking. This could be a good time to maybe get some exposure to crypto or to MicroStrategy, MSTR. Again, not financial advice, literally just sharing the news that I keep seeing. And I'm actively on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to share the news there. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. And speaking on news, I know I'm just kind of running through this. So if you're not catching the live, definitely check out my video when it does come out after this live concludes. But I want to show you exactly what was going on with the crash on October 10th. So let me play this, or not play this, but let me share this tweet with you, which is actually insane. This whole thing is crazy. And this is a big thing that I want to bring. This is manipulation of the market at its finest by market makers, institutions, people in government. I'm sure Trump and his whole family, they're all involved in some way, and they're making money as the market goes up and down, but they're literally destroying retail. And I truly feel like institution has ruined this crypto cycle, because look back at 2020, look back at 2017, those cycles were beautiful. 2020, we had NFTs go absolutely crazy with the like Bored Ape Yacht Club going from literally a free mint to like $500,000 per NFT. 2017, we had the ICO moment, and a lot of these coins are going absolutely crazy. Like, we have moments every cycle. This cycle, you could say like maybe meme coins or Solana meme coins, but it wasn't as crazy, in my opinion, coming from previous cycles. I don't think this cycle got as crazy for an extended period of time as it did in 2020 and 2017. So we're getting into a point where we have longer cycles with diminishing returns. So less gains, but longer periods eventually, until we get into a super cycle where we'll just continue to see, up only gains, but maybe not as dramatic, more like the stock market. Like, we're getting 5-10% a year on Bitcoin or something like that, or something steady, but it's good enough, right? That's always good. That's always great. But what's going on here is that on October 10th, you had this huge crash. People are like, what's going on? Why did the market collapse so much? So what happened is MSCI quietly dropped a major update on October 10th. On the same evening the crash began, right? So they are reviewing how to classify companies whose business involved Bitcoin or digital assets. So that created panic. Everyone was panicking. So, they were coming out and they're saying, index funds are forced to sell. MicroStrategy becomes a major primary target. That's why it's getting shorted so much. Like, there's a lot to uncover. And I'm actually just going to drop this tweet in here. I'm going to drop this tweet here just for you guys. And I see some people here just spamming the chat. Well, at least someone's active in the chat, but please don't spam it. But, I'm just gonna keep it super quick, super simple. So I'm gonna end it right there. So I know it was a quick one, but I'm gonna do another live stream. I got a lot going on, so please bear with me. But please, if you like my content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell me how you feel. Blow up that chat, blow up those comments. And if you want one-on-one coaching, follow the link in the description and below. And let's stay bullish. Let this market do well. And until next time, I'll see you later, Compass Cartel. Let's go.